Gamescom is going on actually right now, and we've been treated to a lot of trailers. So I wanted to ask everybody in the panel. Fallen Marvel had to drop out; he'll be back later, and maybe we'll get his at that time. But I'm gonna go around the table, and everybody, give me each game, the game that you thought stood out the most to you, that you're really looking forward to. Let's start with Amarak, since you've been away from a while. So what game from Gamescom stood out to you the most?
God, you haven't learned the lesson of asking me to pick one.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Pick one.
Okay, so if I have to pick one, it can't be Wukong. It would have to be Crimson Desert.
Okay.
All right.
Crimson Desert.
Like, it's got all the stuff that my brain wants to do, and it caught the most of my attention.
Just real brief for those that may not have watched it yet. What is Crimson Desert? Just try and be real brief and why it's cool to you.
Without destroying it by just naming off the everything, it's literally everything rolled into an RPG. You get hunting, fishing. You got the mindless quest. You have the main story quest. It's got a lot of Zelda to it. It has really good looking graphics and a Devil May Cry-ish almost battle system inside of an RPG. And it just everything about it so far is caught my interest.
Okay.
This one you just got to watch the trailer. It's hard to explain it. It's literally just a mashup of everything that my brain wants.
Okay. So for you, it's kind of like the immersion deal that it's really sold for you. Dido, for you, what is the one game from Gamescom that is like really caught your attention?
Well, the one that he mentioned, but the game that probably I would buy day one, I don't even think it was debuted at Gamescom, and that's the Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name.
That's fine.
I am definitely a fan of I still call it the Yakuza series. I mean, the mama called it Yakuza, I'm gonna call him Yakuza.
Ryu Dakotoku.
Yeah. Because I enjoyed it since the PlayStation 2. I've bought all the games that I think, except for Ishin. I haven't got that one yet, and I think there's a second Judgment game. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't got that one yet, but I like those games. They're so immersive. They're so like crime drama-y, and I don't know, dude.
So you showed me one feature that's coming into this game that you may or may not be.
It's been in previous games.
But it's a twist on it. So what is it this time?
They call them hostess clubs in Japan, where you go to pay money to talk to beautiful women. They pour you drinks and do all this other stuff, right? It's been in all the games. You can do them in other games. But this time, they're going to be real women. Now, mind you, they were real women in a lot of the games where they modeled the faces after either, I don't know if they worked at hostess clubs or they were porn stars or AV idols, as they call them over there.
Right.
One of the two. But this time, it's full motion real women, not computer generated, and that pool shows up. And I don't know if you guys know about what that pool is, but if you just Google
that pool.
And I can't believe they put that in the game.
Yeah. Just make sure your safe search switch is off.
They may not show anything raunchy right off bat.
We'll see.
But it'll tell you what that pool is.
Yeah, we'll see. Seeing as GQ, what was the one game that kind of caught your attention?
Tekken 8. Finally got a release date for it, so I got mine pre-ordered, ready to go. That was the only piece of the puzzle missing, because you guys know I'm still more of a fighting game fan than most other genres. I mean, I do obviously play other games.
Sure.
But Tekken was the last part of the Trinity, made up of Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. So now that one's locked in, I don't have to think about any other fighting games for the rest of at least next 6 months or so, because Mortal Kombat's coming a couple weeks from now, I think 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Tekken 8 got the collector's edition.
Okay.
Ridiculous price, but whatever.
All right. For me, the one game the trailer that stuck out to me that I really liked the most, and this may be surprising coming from me, but it was the Modern Warfare 3 trailer, the single player campaign trailer. For me, Call of Duty's single player experience has always been great. Like, been absolutely fantastic. It's very cinematic. You know, you kind of get put through the soldier, and you're going on these missions that you have to complete. I like that aspect of first person shooters. I would play more first person shooters if they were less multiplayer focused, right? If they were single player focused, like these Call of Duty single player campaigns, I will play them more, because I don't have the time to get into, or even have the patience to play with people that do nothing but play online. They install aim bots on their PCs and stuff like that, so they can get these high ridiculous kill death ratios. I don't want none of that. I literally just want to go through. I'm playing as a soldier. I have to complete this mission. I want to get it done. I want to see what unfolds. I really like that about the first person shooter genre, and it's completely missing now from the game. And Call of Duty seems to be the only one that's doing it. Battlefield used to do it, but they've stripped it out. They like, no, it's multiplayer only. We don't care about single player. So that's just me.
And the multiplayer sucks on the new one. So yeah.
The multiplayer for most first person shooter games, I mean, I'm just over it. It's repetitive. There's nothing really new. There's nothing new they can do with it. It's just all the same.
No Hand of Omega. Nobody's looking forward to Hello Kitty's Island Adventure 2.
Yeah. So
you might be looking forward to it.
Lastly, I know Fallen actually isn't here, but he did put his in the chat. He said it's Black Wukong. The Legend of the Monkey King game that's supposed to be coming out. It's almost like a Chinese Dark Souls type deal.
Okay.
Now I remember when the game was first announced, or when they first kind of dropped a trailer for it a couple of years ago. I thought it looked really impressive. The Gamescom trailer that they dropped yesterday was not impressive. Like it didn't show anything new or anything really stunning. Like I remember in the first trailer, you saw the Monkey King fighting against a dragon or something like that. It was like flying in the air and it was shooting lightning at you. It looked really, really cool. None of that in this last trailer. I was just like, it's kind of really underwhelming. So before we move on real quick, I will ask the producer Simon Says, what was yours? What was your game that you thought was impressive?
I would say I saw, it's called The First Descendant. So it's basically I
remember seeing that. Yeah,
I believe it's a free to play, but it's sort of like I guess Destiny, but a third person shooter. But it's pretty dope. I actually like it. You could, even though you
did see that. Yeah,
even though you can't pick or create your character, but you can pick your class or whatever class you have. They have like your tank, your sniper, and all this stuff. But I like games like that where it's like a looter shooter. Just like going around killing massive boss, doing raids.
In the First Descendant, I couldn't help but notice that they put the women in these super skin tight latex suits.
There's a one with the bunny outfit.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes,
I was like, what the hell? I'm talking about. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely. I think I did sign up for the beta, but I got double check because I haven't received anything. But I did sign up for the beta, so I'm gonna like play that once it drops. And I think like next month.
Okay,
for sure.